3-Minute Egg's coverage of the visual arts is supported by Wet Paint, an independent art supply store since 1976, serving Twin Cities artists and the world beyond. Learn more at wetpaintart.com. With the crisp of fall comes yet another rendition of the St. Paul Art Crawl, and 3-Minute Egg is there. The second in our two-part series takes you to the Hamm-Everest Building on the east side of St. Paul, a wide variety of artists to close out our coverage of the Art Crawl in this edition of 3-Minute Egg.
I started doing art to design my house. Basically bought a house, wanted to do stuff that people walked into my house and said, you know, this is cool, I haven't seen this before. My work is process, it's interior design based, using one type of material and moving to the next, going from doing a resin pour decoupage, trying to get some subject matter on there and doing like a screen print over that, glamming it up with a little bit of antique mirror. Did a couple pieces, got some attention, started making more. More of the screen printing and using the imagery is bringing more of a conceptual art piece to interior design. So making an album instead of the single.
We went to MCAD together.
Yeah, we were both in the sculpture program at MCAD.
We are both really interested in materials, and also interested in talking about different concepts, different philosophies, different views on art. We really had a lot to talk about.
I learned to trust my intuitive process a lot from Laura. So she would be experimenting in her studio and I'd feel the pressure to make something very serious, and she would say, just experiment, just have fun. And, it totally works. So the work, I think, ends up looking more fluid or spontaneous.
And I think on the flip side, for me, I kind of had the problem of bringing things to a closure and putting things into a final solid form or piece. And I kind of learned from watching Kate, because she makes very well orchestrated whole pieces, whereas I tend to make little things floating here and there, and kind of looking through how she works, seeing how to put those things together into one orchestrated whole has helped a lot.
This stone was collected from the shore of Lake Superior by Lucin. It's also can be found in Grand Marais. Along the lake shore there. To the extent that it's available, I do prefer to work with local stone, and there's lots of granite, of course, in this area, as well as limestone. I go where the stone takes me, although I tend to see in the stone forms that correspond with human forms, and the feminine figure and feminine forms tend to populate many of the stones that I've carved.
I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't go to school for art, I went to school for journalism instead. With this particular series, the reason I picked this one particular little child is, and you can't tell whether it's a boy or a little girl, and it's done purposely so that other people can relate to them, and it's supposed to represent your inner child. And in every single painting that you see here, it's either a daily activity or else a typical feeling that we feel as an adult. So whether it's happy hour or working a day in the city or getting to know other people. And yet as we go through all these activities, we still feel like we are a child deep down inside.